Hello, this is Michelle, and on today's podcast, I'm going to be talking about the easiest and fastest way to have the relationship that you want. You're going to love this, so stick around. Hey, my name is Michelle Chung, and I'm a live manifestation expert, which means I help women manifest their soulmate live in person, offline. And I help career-driven, A-type alpha women find their man so they can have the amazing, committed, and effortless relationship they deserve. A really common misconception is the idea that women can have it all. You know, the career, independence, love, relationships, success, have your own properties, have your own investments. And this is all very amazing. And I believe this is a really great thing to embody this mindset. But also, I really believe that this is becoming a flawed and broken model, because I believe also that in the universal laws, and this really helps us to gain things in perspective and not be burnt out trying to do and have everything all. So the law of sacrifice actually says you must let go of something of lower value in order to have something of higher value. So what does that mean? If you're trying to have it all, but you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed and feeling that pressure, then perhaps you have to let something go. So for example, a single woman may have this fabulous lifestyle and maybe the envy of her married and partnered friends. But she may also envy the lifestyle that her friends who are not single have. So can you have both the lifestyle of someone who is single and someone who is in a partnership? Yes and no. I think you need to have, and I hate to say this word, compromise. I think you can let go of some habits that don't serve you anymore in a relationship that you used to have when you were single. So that is the law of sacrifice in action. It means that you're not out partying every weekend. Your calendar is not chock full with appointments and scheduled in with lots of activities, but allowing and giving time so that you have space for yourself, firstly, to nurture yourself and be able to give to your relationship from a full cup rather than an empty cup where you've spent all your time giving it away to other people. So that law of sacrifice is really important, because what it also means is that you need to shift your identity from a single woman to someone who has the what you want, which is the relationship with a high value man. So shifting from a single woman identity to the identity of a woman who's stable, nurturing, loving, committed, a partner, a girlfriend. If you want to get married, then the identity of a wife, or a mother if you want to have kids. So a really good example is, to illustrate this quite clearly, is if you consider yourself a smoker, if you have the identity of a smoker, you have the habits and behaviors of a smoker and the lifestyle of a smoker too, right? You'll be buying cigarettes, you'll be having friends who take cigarette breaks, you'll have these shared common values, I suppose, and activities with other people who smoke. Whereas if I consider myself and label myself as a non-smoker, I don't have it in my mindset to go buy a pack of smokes. So I'm a non-smoker, and I've never bought a pack of cigarettes in my life. I don't even know how much they would cost. So this was a really good example, because I'm not really quite sure what was in the book. There's a really famous book, and I had a couple of friends who were smokers, read the book and completely shifted their identity and changed. They never bought cigarettes again. I believe this book caused them to shift their identity in some way and because everything is all mindset related, once it's shifted from the inside, all your habits and behaviors change as well to accommodate and align with the new identity. So this is one of the fastest ways that you can be in the relationship that you want, is to shift that identity. Another example could be if you're constantly beating yourself up saying, I wish I was more fit, I'm a bit of a couch potato, I'm not getting out and exercising more. How can you shift that identity to someone who's like, I'm actually fit, I'm someone who exercises a couple of times a week, it's in my regular schedule, that I exercise, then what would that identity look like for you? So this is very much aligned with what we need to do when we want to find that relationship. So the image that you're projecting right now as a single person is potentially sabotaging your chances of attracting your right guy. So your ideal man and the people around you only see what you show and project to the world, your image and your identity. So your perfect guy, he might be actually in your circle, in someone you may even know, but they don't see you as someone that he can rely upon, picture his life with, and he may not see you as someone who would make his life better, someone who can help him grow into his potential or be an asset in his life, especially if you are super independent. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it tends to come across to men that we don't need them, and men want to feel needed. I think because I believe we have the ability to reproduce, we have this amazing gift, this superpower that, and then we have this mindset to go with it that says, oh, we can do it all by myself, I don't need men. Then this is the kind of image that we project, and that's what they feel. So men want to feel needed. They want to feel like a leader in their lives, but also a leader in their relationships. Otherwise, you're going to be attracting those insecure boys, not grown up, high value men that you really want. So, stressing the importance of shifting that identity. So another example, when I got divorced in my early 30s and I started dating again, I had to shift from married into single. And what did that look like for me? It was from married, I was with someone, so I spent all my weekends and my time and holidays together with somebody. So I didn't have much time for other friends, I suppose. Although I tried to keep a balanced lifestyle. But when I shifted to being single, all of a sudden I had all this time free, and I had the ability to choose and make my own decisions about every single part of my life that I wanted. I didn't have to, align with somebody else to see what their plans were. And of course, there's advantages and disadvantages for both types of lifestyles, depending on where you're at in your life journey. And so when I became single again, I had to learn the identity of being single. And that included, getting out there to meet other people. So I would go to lots of social events. I'd picked up Latin dancing, which I really loved. And it was a really great way to meet new friends and also men, but not necessarily for relationships, because they weren't necessarily single either. But it was a really great way for a newly single person to get out and have a new social circle. And so being in this identity of being single, and for me, it was 5 years, but I know for a lot of my students and clients, it is much longer. A lot of my clients have not had a relationship for such a long time. Maybe they've had a couple in their teenage or early 20s, and they are firmly ingrained in this identity of the single life. It may not look like the Sex and the City type, very frivolous and fast-paced, but settling into that identity of single, right? So it's gonna take some, I guess, inner work to shift that identity, because maybe you don't even know what that looks like to be in that identity of someone who is in a relationship. Perhaps it's never even happened for you before. So how will you even know what that looks like? And so a really great way to do that is to look at role models, to emulate and copy what other people are doing in their life. And that's a skill that we learnt as children. As we, were trying to gain new skills, we didn't know how to do certain things, so we'd watch other people, we'd copy them. The same thing you can do with shifting to that new identity. Do you have married or friends who are in loving partnerships that you can observe, you can hang out with them, that you can become more into their friendship circle, so you can start to just observe what habits, what actions, their mindset, and how they interact with their partner. these are really great ways to start to emulate and shift into that identity of girlfriend and partner. So if this is something you're interested in, you can definitely keep researching how to do this. But I think this was the best way that helped me shift also in my business from freelancer to CEO, from in my relationships from single to partner, and hopefully mother or family someday. And you can do this in all areas of your life. Like I said, with the health, you can shift from I'm not so healthy right now to I'm a fit person. And embodying that is going to be the major breakthrough that you can make. And it's actually the fastest way. So trying to do it the external way will complement what your internal shift needs to be first. So hopefully that all makes sense. And I'd love to hear back from you. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at Michelle Chung Coach, and drop me a message if you liked this episode. And please remember to follow, like, and share my content so I can keep reaching and helping amazing single women just like you. See you later.